Wait, we're recording now, or is
We're
it the
recording
countdown
now. Now we're recording.
now? Alright,
We're
okay.
recording now, right now.
Alright, okay, right now, yeah?
Yeah, right now.
Alright then, welcome friends, welcome two of every animal to our commentary track of the film Noah, Darren Aronofsky's 2014 adaptation of the biblical story of Noah's Ark. I'm joined by Chris.
Hello,
Chris.
Hello.
And after an extended absence, Heath.
Waldo.
Yes.
Okay.
I am not Waldo, I am Heath.
Okay. So yeah, it will be starting the film in a sec. Suppose we might as well go through what we think of it while it's sort of playing. So yeah, shall we go and start the film on one? So 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, the Paramount logo, is it?
Yeah, that's Paramount. It's not fucking 20th Century Fox, is it?
Then something Regency, maybe? Is it? Slow reveal.
Company, yeah.
Neil Breen Productions.
So yeah, we were saying before we were starting this that we actually all saw this in the cinema, not together. Well, me and Chris were together. You weren't there, Heath.
No.
Well,
I may have been in the cinema. It was in Leeds, so...
Yeah, we just might not have been aware of your presence at that time.
Yeah, I could have been sat right behind you and you would never have known. Except we did know each other at that stage.
Oh, really?
Well, me and Marcus did. We were working together.
Okay. Oh, it's an apple. It's a bit weird if the apple's pulsing. That's a bit of an odd...
You got subtitles on there?
Yeah.
Okay. That's I remember this film.
This is not in the Bible.
You're going to be saying that a lot.
Yeah. I don't remember there being rock monsters.
Gonna change the audio around a bit.
So I think we should change the channel up and talk about how immigration led to the fall of this great industrial, try and cannibalize on some of the sort of far-right popularity of some people on YouTube. What does everyone think?
All right, yes, it's Stefan Molyneux, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your latest MEP candidate, Sargon of Akkad, so, good for you guys.
God, I know, yeah. Don't get me started. Like, when I went to go to that the other day, because obviously I live in the Northwest, one of the options I had was Tommy Robinson.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently, he has like no chance of winning, does he? Though he's like independent and stuff. So.
We're talking about anything, but okay, so.
But yeah, so the film's started now.
Yeah.
I remember this film being like. It's got awful moments in like the rock monsters and stuff, but being sort of not terrible considering what the source material could have made it out to be. Like it sounds stupid, like a sort of adult interpretation of the story and stuff. Is it R-rated or is it actually like a 12A? Or...
I think it was a 12A. Yeah, if you try doing it, it's kind of like
like a realistic take where he like fucks his daughter in the end or something. I remember that being a big part of the marketing, or like Darren Aronofsky going like, oh, it's really dark. He like tries to sleep with his daughter in the end.
I mean,
unless if I'm misremembering. Heath, you've read the Bible. Does he try and...
No.
Oh my god, the rock monsters, my favourite part of the film. It's so stupid.
Oof, take that, Methuselah. I think that's who that is. I don't know.
I think
I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh my god, he got bitch slapped. Is that Ben Whishaw?
That's not Ben Whishaw.
He's got a similar brow to Ben Whishaw. Oh my god. Oh, that's definitely not him. Oh wait, is it?
I think that's supposed to be Noah.
It's his
is that
Noah,
his dad?
isn't it?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Pre rock band Russell Crowe.
That guy though does look like Russell Crowe. It's good.
Yeah. Well, for a second there, I'm like, did they like do some like digital enhancements to Russell Crowe or something like to make him look younger? Like the other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun.
This first point of order.
An epic shot.
Yes.
All powerful God. Where was he? During when his servant got smacked in the side of the head with a stone axe.
That's some terrible font as well.
Looks really cheap.
You could have at least gone for papyrus or something like generic like that. You know what I mean?
They used that in like the Prince of Egypt, so they couldn't.
Oh, they did, didn't they? Yeah, because it's Egypt. We'll use papyrus.
So I think that is not that, but I think that Russell Crowe's been in it now properly.
Yeah,
there he is.
Yeah. No, they're all Russell Crowe, all the way down.
In fact, Russell Crowe kind of did like the motion capture on all the different actors. You know, like Jim Carrey in Christmas Carol, or like Tom Hanks in The Polar Express. Russell Crowe plays Emma Watson, mocapped.
Emma Watson, notorious witch, as we learned from Witchcraft Repackaged.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. It's like the fact that she's also like a magic user, you know. It's also the fact that she's a woman as well, you know what I mean? Like, it's just just pushes it over the edge.
Well, Russell Crowe wouldn't want to sleep with her if it was like his son, would he? God, come on, get with the picture.
Oh my god.
So wait, am I making that up then? That's something I seem to remember. Does Noah try to sleep with his daughter in the Bible or this film?
No.
No.
I don't think so. I know he doesn't in the Bible. You're thinking of Lot, who slept with his daughters after the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah. Apparently, he was like the one that should get away. Like he's the one like God chose as a good person. The guy that eventually like fucks his two daughters.
No, I think this film. I think what you're thinking of is this film ends with Noah trying to kill Emma Watson's baby.
Oh, okay.
That's like the dramatic conclusion of the film.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for anyone deciding to watch this for the first time.
Yeah.
The commentary.
Sorry
Oh
about
my
that.
god.
This CGI looks awful.
What do you mean CGI?
Oh yeah, the actual like
Bark dog
monster thing. Bark dog.
Uh-oh.
It's going on Liam Neeson.
Aronofsky cannot direct action scenes. It's just...
Don't you just wave the camera vaguely at what's happening? I thought that's what you do in action scenes.
Yeah, and cut as quickly as you possibly can.
Where's the bark gone from the back? Is that the bark dog that they're burning?
Yeah, they wrapped it up.
Oh, right, okay.
Mm. Kind of started this like way too early in the piece. Like there's like there's like 15 years that occur between now and like when the meat of the film happens. Like,
Mm.
this seems all very
yeah.
pointless.
Yeah. Well, it's building up that he's an outsider, you see.
Yeah, we could have got that just from that first bit. That could have just happened 15 years later.
How did he meet his wife though? If he's like never had any interaction with like other people though.
Oh, he kidnapped her as a baby.
Is that actually in the Bible?
No, no.
It wouldn't be that surprising though, would it?
I was almost convinced of it.
In the Bible, Noah's not like an outsider or anything like that. It's completely like fabricated for this film that he's some sort of like weird mountain hobo.
I think Jennifer Connelly just making a career at this point of just like starring in flop films. She's in this. She's in Alita Battle Angel.
Oh yeah, that that's like the
Actually,
eighth
it
highest
is quite
grossing
okay.
film of the year.
So far.
Really?
Yeah, but it's made like
Yeah.
$700 million worldwide. It's been I don't think it's been a
It's made
flop.
700 million.
I'm gonna say it's made between 6 and 700 million.
I reckon it's made just enough for them to consider, should we do a sequel or not? But not like
things we've already seen. That's good.
Well, I hope they do a sequel because
I had quite a good time with Alita.
I did as well, but it was definitely like I left it slightly confused.
Okay, I
I'm
was
like,
completely
there's-
wrong. 400
there's-
million.
There seems to be something that there needs to be more that happens with this film.
Yeah, no, I thought, for what it was worth, I thought it was a fun little romp. It was fine.
I think like you could do it a lot better, and a sequel
definitely.
probably would be able
Yeah.
to like. It has
Under
some
the
problems
sea,
building like the mythology
Under
in
the
the
sea.
actual film. Though.
like better down where it's west.
An exclusive clip from Disney's live-action remake of The Little Mermaid.
Starring Russell Crowe as the mermaid.
Starring Russell Crowe's Ariel, yeah.
I watched the
Or it
live
could be
action
Aquaman too.
Aladdin today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How was it?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's not what I expected.
if you like the animation, it's good. Like it's pretty much it. Like they cut out one song. They cut out like one of like Jafar's songs, and then they put in
okay.
more songs for what's her name?
Regina.
Jasmine.
Oh, Jasmine, yeah.
And what's his face? Will Smith. The only time that he's actually bad is when he's like doing gags that were like in the original that were like Robin Williams gags.
Yeah, got you. Yeah.
But like if he's doing his own stuff, he's great. He's really good in it.
Oh, fair enough.
I think he is a really good actor anyway. Like, obviously, bags of charisma and like, yeah. I think that the trailer just like does the genie's animation look awful like it looked to do in the trailer?
No,
or do
not
you just
at
get
all.
used to it straight away, like.
Yeah, no, it does. Like I don't know what's like, and there was the other like clip of the like Prince Ali song. That was released online. They released like a minute of it, and they released the single worst minute of that song. Like, made it look small and shit and not very good and whatnot. Because it's it looks like it's filmed on like a really small sound stage and nothing happens, and there's like no real like big wide shots and stuff like that in the clip. And but yeah. Anyway, we'll leave Aladdin for now.
Speaking of animation of blue things, has anyone heard of Sonic the Hedgehog?
I had a bet on how long it'd take for that to come up.
Not long ago.
Not long at all.
Yeah.
It's taken 10 minutes of slightly dull Noah to get onto Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, I think everything's been said that's already been said about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's atrocious. I did see Detective Pikachu though last weekend.
I saw that last Sunday. Yeah, it's a good film.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it was good fun. I was shocked.
The other one,
so bad it's good, but
the
it
other
ended up
one I
just being
saw
good.
recently was Brightburn.
Oh yeah,
You know that you showed me the trailer for it, Marcus, like a while ago, and it looked terrible. It's
I don't remember what this even is.
It's like what if Superman but bad?
Oh yeah, James Wan produces it. Or
No,
something.
James Gunn.
That's what I meant. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Wan's the one who does like
Yeah,
Fast
and
and Furious and stuff.
his brother and his cousin wrote it. It's actually
Okay.
really good. It's like a really like nice tight horror film. It's like gory and cool and yeah. I was very surprised by it.
Oh, fair enough.
Mm. So if you get a chance, give it a look.
I'll check it out.
You
Yeah.
see, we're watching this film right with subtitles, and it kind of ruins it because they call Shem young Shem, which
Yeah.
sort of sets up the fact there's going to be an older Shem in the film.
They should have like spoiler alert in front of all of those.
Oh, the subtitles.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
what if you like definitely trying to watch Noah? You know, what I mean, you don't spoiled, do you? And, you know,
Why is, like, why is he young Shem? Like, yeah.
I probably should have subtitles on because I'm missing most of this.
part of why I had them switched on here.
At first, I was like, "Why do you have subtitles on?" But you're right. I wouldn't have like heard anything basically so far.
Nothing.
But be careful, Heath. It does reveal some characters are young. It'll be like, older later.
And yeah.
Mm.
Oh god, is there a terrible action scene where they try to like siege the Ark?
the rock monsters trying to get on the Ark.
It's a bit like Helm's Deep from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, jeez, it's not coming back now.
I'm assuming that, as you were saying earlier, why you need this stuff is just to show Noah finding, because the problem, one of the main problems with the film is that I think that they're trying to set up the main sort of relationship between Noah and Illa.
Mm.
But you need to see him sort of rescuing her.
Yeah.
But you're right. They could have done it a little. There's no need for like the rest of the earlier scenes.
Yeah.
Like.
Wait, he didn't refer to him as young Shem.
Like young Neil and Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
young Shem, run! Oh my god, it's the rocket monsters! Oh my god.
Like with that shot just before, considering he's like an outsider, Noah's hair's pretty fabulous. Like,
It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
yeah. It's nice.
Those locks are way too well groomed, you know, and he looks after his hair, you know, that's the impression you get. It looks better than Jennifer Connelly's.
Hey, I'll not have any disrespect for Jennifer Connelly.
Not her eyebrow hair.
She definitely wins in that category.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Jennifer Connelly, interesting fact, working with Darren Aronofsky again after Requiem for a Dream, the awful film.
Have you heard of some people think Requiem for a Dream is a sequel to Labyrinth?
I've heard this theory. I don't give it much countenance, obviously. It's pretty stupid.
I think it's kind of brilliant. I just love the idea that after the events of Labyrinth, Jennifer Connelly fell into like a deep depression and became a drug addict. And I'll never see David Bowie in spandex again. He starts taking heroin and stuff. And
Oh, they're terrible.
So I was just looking at Jennifer Connelly's career. Elite, apart from Elite, she's like done almost nothing since Noah. But she is going to be in Top Gun Maverick, which I'm assuming is either a sequel or remake of Top Gun, which I didn't know about until. Did anyone else know, Heath?
No, well, yeah, no, I'd heard tell of it, but yeah, I wasn't up on the cast and crew.
You weren't there, like going, "Oh, I hope Jennifer Connelly's in it."
Yeah.
They'll get
Well,
Tom Cruise.
whenever
to,
they announce a movie, that's what I always say.
is Jennifer Connelly going to be in it?
Mm.
I'm pretty sure Jennifer Connelly turns up in Avengers Endgame at some point as well. You know, just throw her into the.
She is actually in Spider-Man: Homecoming, apparently. Which I've not seen Spider-Man: Homecoming.
She's Spider-Man: Homecoming.
As a character called Karen, voice only.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So she's the
yeah.
suit's voice. Spider-Man's Spidey suit is yeah. Jennifer Connelly.
I think you could actually argue that Russell Crowe's had a worse career recently. So he's been in The Mummy as Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh God, yeah. Oh no.
That's a bit of a spoiler, really, because he's credited as Dr. Jekyll / Hyde.
Mm.
I'm sure Hyde is a bit of a like late minute surprise. I mean, if you didn't know the story, then
I mean, I'd ask what rock you've been living under, but you know,
what rock monster have you been
what rock
living
monster
under?
you've been living under, yeah. What are you telling me that Dr. Jekyll has an evil side? What?
We played Jor-El in Man of Steel.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. He's terrible in that.
And Inspector Javert in Javert.
You uncultured swine.
No, I like
in
Javert.
Les Miserables.
I think
Also,
I think the way Russell Crowe played it was Javert.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. He got in a scene of Russell Crowe singing. I didn't know if you noticed earlier. You know, you've got to get that in there at some point. Like, oh God.
Is there going to be any placement for is that going to be a CD of 30 Feet of Grunt or whatever it's called in the background in one bit?
Have you ever heard him singing in Les Mis?
I've heard his singing, but not in that. Isn't it terrible?
It sounds
awful.
And
it sounds like a broken
with Hugh Jackman at one point.
Yes, that there is a That it's not really like a duet. Yeah. But yeah, he sounds like a broken trombone.
Yeah. Like it'd be great when you go see I'm Javert, do not forget me. 60401. It's just like that. Like I recently saw Les Mis on stage, and the guy who played Javert was amazing, a brilliant performer. And then I started giggling to myself because I thought of Russell Crowe doing the equivalents in the film. And it's
that film seems so dated. Don't they film most of it in close-up?
Yeah.
It's like Passion of Joan of Arc.
Oh my God.
Are these are the rock monsters CGI? Or are they stop motion? Or are they CGI meant to look like stop motion?
I was more thinking they look like a rock biter from a Never-Ending Story. But, you know, like Jim Henson style puppetry.
How could you look at this and put it out like these rocks?
Look at that shot. That shot, man. You could just tell me film that on a blue screen, By the way, I can't tell you how pumped I am for the terrible Helm's Deep style siege scene. I'm so excited.
That's got to be ages away, though. Surely,
yeah. We've got a while.
We've not even got the.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Surely though, because it's not even done the Flash. None of the kids are adults yet.
Shit, you're right.
Yeah.
He must build the arc.
We don't have a fucking boat yet. We don't have anything. Jeez.
These rocks haven't got anything to defend yet. Russell Crowe was also playing Robin Longstride in Robin Hood.
You mean Robin Hood?
Yeah. No, his character's credited as Robin Longstride.
Have you got IMDb up? Is this?
Just his Wikipedia channel.
No, don't try and lie because Heath's on the other end. You just know Russell Crowe's filmography really, really well.
And his discography.
His discography.
I'm a big 30 Feet of Grunt fan.
You just know his filmography off like that.
He also was with Jennifer Connely in Beautiful Mind.
Ah, so it's reuniting two stars together.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, yeah. That shot.
Oh, this is the worst part of the film, Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. The guy who just turns up for a paycheck.
And he turned up looking exactly like that.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they have done something to try and make these characters a bit younger as well? If there's going to be a 15-year flash forward.
Flash forward.
Like, Anthony Hopkins looks like he's on his last legs there. Never mind, like.
Well, he is playing Methuselah, the oldest man, in the Bible. So I think he's looking pretty good. At this point, he's like supposed to be like 900 years old or something like that. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Methuselah is basically a Time Lord.
Yeah. I don't know. Cocaine's pretty good.
Cocaine helps. That's how Methuselah got by. He's great, yeah.
I've actually found the name of Russell Crowe's backing band as well. It's kind of linked to it. It's called The Ordinary Fear of God.
Oh.
Just as an interesting side note.
Oh. You just put that child to sleep.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's quite the
Now leave us, Russell.
Yeah, it's quite the skill for a creepy old man in a cave to have.
They basically did that because they're like, we've got Anthony Hopkins for one day and legally we can't have a child on set after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we need to get rid of his child out of the scene somehow. Methuselah knocks him out using some magic powers or whatever. Like, problem solved. Go home, little Timmy. Oh my god. No.
So in the Bible, is Noah just a regular part of the community then who decides to go off and make a boat?
Well, he doesn't really decide. Apparently, God tells him to do it. So it's not like he just up and one day went, "Oh, I'm going to build a boat." God said to him, "You need to build a boat because I'm just going to fucking kill everyone."
But wouldn't it be more interesting if the film were about a regular get part of the community, maybe a pillar of it, and then he's ostracized for making the boat. Like you could get rid of all this boring build up to it and the rock monster stuff, and just have the first half an hour of him just living there and struggling whether to make the boat or not. And
then you kind of got the whole ambiguity of whether or not God actually is talking to him or not, or whether he's just a crazy person. That's a lot more interesting.
And then seeing him slowly being ostracized as he's building the boat, kind of thing.
Maybe he is married to Jennifer Connely, but it's putting a strain on their marriage because he's building a boat.
Yeah. But yeah, then you couldn't have rock monster fights, though.
That's true.
You can't cut monsters. I'm more and more convinced that Evan Almighty is a better adaptation of the Noah story.
Maybe we should have been watching that.
Evan Almighty. God, jeez. Oh, it's another exclusive clip from The Little Mermaid live-action remake.
Oh.
These animals just do not look right in CGI.
Ancient aliens.
I'm also going to say it. Worse film than Mother.
I still haven't seen Mother yet.
We definitely need to watch that.
Yeah.
Need to watch that.
Maybe I'll just leave it for that. You know.
Yeah.
I don't actually think Darren Aronofsky's got that good a track record. I mean, he made Mother, which is rubbish. This, which is rubbish. What else has he done? Requiem for a Dream. I think that's crap. Have you seen that?
I'm not seeing that.
Have you seen that, Heath?
Yeah, it's not great.
Requiem for a Gleet.
For a Gleet? Oh yeah, the Deadwood episode. The Fountain, which I think is great.
The Fountain's good. I like that. I've seen that. That's good.
The Wrestler, which is fine.
I'm not seeing that.
Black Swan.
I've seen that. Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
Yeah. Favorite anime remake?
Which one?
No, people say
Oh,
Black Swan is a remake of an anime, like unofficially. Like,
Which one?
I don't know. Heath will know more about that. What's it a remake of?
I can't think of it.
Perfect Blue?
Yes, something like that.
Oh, Perfect Blue.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know whether it's a remake of it, but he definitely like steals like a lot of shots from it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
That's a great film, by the way. If you've not seen it, Marcus.
I want to check it out. Yeah, I hear
highly
it's really
recommend
good.
it. Yeah, it's really great.
Because they re-released it in cinemas recently, and it got
Yeah.
like loads of great reviews. And I think it's just been re-released on Blu-ray.
That's right. Yeah, I picked it up recently. Yeah, the late great Satoshi Kon made lots of great stuff. Like his last film's really good, Paprika. It's kind of like
Oh, I've heard of that.
it's kind of like
yeah.
Inception, but
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
You know, like it actually does the concept of dreams within dreams, that kind of stuff, like really, really well.
Hey, I will not have anyone disrespect patron saint of the podcast, Christopher Nolan, anymore.
Oh god, yeah. Paranoid Agent's really good as well. That's like a TV show that he did. He's basically like anime's answer to David Lynch.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, really good.
I watched a good. I saw Kiki's Delivery
Oh, I love
Service in
that,
cinema
yeah.
recently.
I
Yeah.
love Kiki. Yeah, they've had them all at the cinema just down the road from here, actually, all the Studio
Yeah.
Ghibli stuff. Some questionable choices, but mostly good.
Oh,
So,
have you seen
Noah?
Taika Waititi, whatever his name is? I think I got that wrong. Is doing live action Akira.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah. Yeah, well, interesting choice. I mean, it's one of them where, like, the Akira film project's been, kicked about for decades now, hasn't it? So,
Yeah.
I imagine it'll be, like, interesting because he is, like, a unique voice, I think, and it's an interesting choice to do Akira. So, yeah, consider me mildly curious.
Yeah.
at this
Let's
point.
see.
Yeah,
I
I
have
had no
waited to
interest
see.
before.
Mm.
Yeah. Like, I had no interest before, but now I'm like, all right, well, he could actually maybe do something interesting with this. Oh my god.
Sorry. I got distracted by the film.
I know, yeah. It's okay.
That has to be stop motion, right?
I think it's CGI, as you say, made to look like stop motion.
But why would you do that? Like, why wouldn't you just do stop motion?
Oh shit. Now the flood begins.
You haven't got your boat, Noah. Quick! Get your hammer out.
It's going out at a slight trickle. I want Noah just to get like a giant plug now.
5 points like a pentagram. Satanic.
Oh.
Satan confirmed.
Oh my god. Oh fuck yeah! This whole siege on the boat is so much lower in the film than I thought.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like, as I was saying, they're not even anywhere close to
Yeah, they're
being like the
close,
right
aren't they?
age
Yeah.
yet and stuff.
Yeah. Like, you think God would just like magic him up some lumber rather like I know this is him like magicking up some trees to get lumber, but you'd think he'd just like cut out the middleman.
Yeah, like have some like ready-made cut lumber ready for him to
Or just-
start making the boat. Yeah.
How about an idea? Just give him a boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All that. Yeah.
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 In the God created everything, the universe and that sort of thing. I can't imagine a boat would be that difficult.
I've just checked, by the way, the rock monsters I think are CGI because apparently all the effects were done by ILM.
Okay, yeah.
Really? What like on their like in their spare time? What like?
Like on the
This is
lunch break.
terrible.
Apparently, it took 14 months to create, and they described it as the most complicated rendering in their history.
More complicated than Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, is this the montage of the 15 years? I'm assuming now.
Yeah. This river's going
Oh,
everywhere, man. It's going everywhere. It's creating
It could be
the
50.
It's creating the Grand Canyon. If you believe creationists and that sort of thing. Apparently, the flood created the Grand Canyon.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Throw some dubs in there for foreshadowing for later.
Yeah.
Terrible dub effects there.
Yeah. Just slightly better than Birdemic. Slightly.
Slightly better than Birdemic.
Yeah.
They just don't look real because they're moving in like a proper pattern and stuff, like
Yeah.
rather than a real.
It's not how birds move. Oh my god. The rock monsters, fucking hell! I can't believe you're trying to show them.
They're in it way more than I remember as well.
I think, if memory serves, after the siege on the Ark, like that's it.
I think it becomes an intimate character drama then about Noah and he's trying to kill his daughter and stuff.
Fuck that. Give me the hot mess for its opening hour or so. Like, Jesus.
It's taken them a while to build this arc, considering there's so many rock monsters.
Yeah. And it's not that big, really.
Not really.
No.
Oh my god.
Well, that's just disgusting. She's practically your sister.
Oh my god.
That guy seems to have been in loads of films, but not recently. Like,
Yeah, he's in like I recognize him, but I have no idea who he is.
let's see who he is. Let's see what terrible stuff he's making now.
Porn.
Porn. So he's Shem, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's old Shem,
Old
not
Shem,
young
yeah.
Shem.
Yeah. Or middling Shem.
Douglas Booth, he's called. He's in Jupiter Ascending. As tight
Oh
as the
yes,
Bradford.
that's him. He's the non-shouty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
He's...
non-Eddie Ready-Made one.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Which you can
He's
say
in. Oh,
which you can
Oh,
say
sorry.
pretty much about everyone in Jupiter Ascending. They're the non-shouty, non-Eddie Redmayne one.
God.
yeah, it was Jupiter Ascending. I was thinking of when I saw him.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Queen Ain't alive.
No, he was also in the Limehouse Golem, which is what
Oh,
I was
yeah.
thinking of. Yeah.
He's also in something called Gore, and I tried to click on it to see if it was like an Al Gore like biopic or something. But for some reason, when you click on it, it takes you to sexual misconduct allegations about I think it's Kevin Spacey on
What the
Wikipedia,
fuck?
and I can't see it. I don't know if it's like some kind of joke or something that
It
someone's
must be.
put on. But yeah, I think this is the high watermark of his career. Sadly, this Noah film.
Not the Netflix original The Dirt.
As
Yeah.
Nikki Sixx.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Motley Crue film?
Yep.
Oh my! I've never heard of this.
It's based on the book that we wrote a few years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and apparently they were like producers on it, and so there's like a scene where one of them like punches their girlfriend, and they changed the scene so that the girlfriend stabbed him, which never happened in real life, just to make it seem more reasonable that he
God.
like punched her in the face. This is a quality of film
Jesus
you get.
Christ.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I shouldn't say I'm surprised, really. But it's the same, like, it's the same with, like, because with, like, music biopics, I do think there's potential to tell, like, some quite interesting stories, but, like,
Yeah.
the original people are still alive. It's like with Bohemian Rhapsody, where the main members of Queen had a huge say in the film. Same for the new Elton John film.
Rocket Man, yeah.
Rocket Man, yeah,
gonna
like,
be
basically.
great.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be
But,
great.
like, he executive produced it, and also he's doing his, like, farewell tour at the moment. So it's just like, gee, I wonder why he made the film. Like,
I hear actually that that's exactly the same as Bohemian Rhapsody. Really great lead performance, but a complete mess as a film. Like,
I guess we'll have to accept that Only I'm Not There's the only good music biopic I can think of.
Oh, the Bob Dylan one.
Yeah.
Well, biopics are weird anyway because it's hard to get someone's life in a film. Like,
We've talked about it loads, haven't we? Like, for me, the idea of music or just biopics in general is that Charlie Chaplin film with Robert Downey Jr. Like, it's about as standard as it gets. Hey, is that the little girl from Logan?
No,
I've not actually seen Logan.
That's a boy.
Oh, is it? Oh, fuck. Is that Gendry?
No, is that young Christian Bale?
No, the boy is Percy Jackson. I know that much.
Percy Jackson.
Yeah, his name's Logan. Something or other.
Logan.
Let me have a look. Logan Lerman. And the other little one
Lerman.
is Japheth. Leo McHugh Carroll. He's got two surnames. Can't be trusted.
So definitely.
He did this, and he did Fred Claus, and he has done nothing else.
Fred Claus, quality film.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he couldn't beat the 1-2 punch of this and Fred Claus.
I'm not doing a very good job at identifying actors today.
No.
I got 3 wrong today.
So, he did Fred Claus in 2007. He did this in 2014. Let's wait for 2021. He might surprise us.
Just awful. I know we keep saying it, but this looks so awful.
It's terrible.
Like those snakes, for example. You see, and all the problem with the time jump as well is like Jennifer Connely and Russell Crowe looks younger here than he did before to me, and Jennifer Connely doesn't look any different. So it's just pointless even having the time jump.
Do you think the rock giants built the pyramids?
Sorry, what?
Built the pyramids, the rock giants.
Yeah, well, yeah. Maybe that's how Darren Aronofsky thinks the pyramids were built. Like in like thousands of years' time,
Well, obviously the pyramids are a corn silo for Jesus' return. Where is this set, like, in relation to Egypt?
Well,
like thousands of miles away. Well, actually, I don't know.
Don't know, because when they showed like the world map earlier, it was sort of more like sort of Pangea.
Yeah. My favourite actor ever.
Is that Ray Winstone?
That's Ray Winstone. This is going to be great. I am terrified of you, Ray Winstone. You got long hair and you're covered in scars.
You are right, though. The rock monsters ruin. Like, they could surely do a lot of things that like could change the course of the Bible. Could the rock monsters not have saved Jesus from being crucified?
I think the rock monsters. Yeah. I mean, I love the rock monsters. Like, it adds to the hot mess that is this film. Like, it's just, oh god.
I'm just imagining now Jesus on the cross, like from Passion of Christ Norway, it's like exposed ribs, and then a giant fucking rock monster like taking the nails out of his hands and feet, and like.
We once helped the great Noah in his time of need, and now we return to help you. Just writes itself. Maybe that'll happen in the Passion too.
Passion 2, that's the beginning. The rock monster saving Jesus.
Like they retcon the ending of Passion of the Christ. Oh yes, my favorites.
And they rewrite that B-52 song "Rock Lobster" for "Rock Monster."
Rock monster. Do 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 do. Rock monster.
Plays over the start of it.
Percy Jackson, get back over it. Don't trust Ray Winstone.
I don't.
That's actually the character Tubal Khan.
Tubal Khan. It's Ray Winstone.
So to be, like his choice is Ray Winstone or bloody Russell Crowe. Like, very definition of like a rock and a hard place there.
A rock monster and a hard Winstone. And a hard Winstone.
Oh, Ray Winstone. Like Ray Winstone's trying to look like composed and like kingly, but it's not working.
And the accent isn't either. Like,
I know, yeah. The Cockney accent is just icing on the cake. I love it.
Like he's
fucking hell, Noah.
No, that fucking slag wife of yours. I'm gonna fuck the eyebrows off her.
I'm gonna get a rock monster and shove it where the sun don't shine. Look at his beard as well. Like, I mean, that
too scraggly bit.
Too scraggly bit is so bad. You what, mate? Have you seen my daughter? She's fucking beautiful.
I'm more of a man than that fucking Shem is. I could have Emma Watson. That pretty boy over there.
I'm just bitter because I wasn't in the Harry Potter movies. I'm one of the most beloved British actors of all time, and I'm not in fucking Harry Potter. I'll fucking stick it to that Emma Watson.
They call me up though for Fantastic Beasts, you know. There's a price tag I'll work for. I don't care if Johnny Depp's in it or not. I'll still be in it.
They told me that Eddie Redmayne had dropped out of Fantastic Beasts 3, so they wanted to get me instead as the only British actor who'd do the film. So I said yes. So now Ray Winstone's playing a Newt Scamander.
It could only improve the films, to be perfectly honest. Not that exactly Eddie Redmayne's bad in those films. It's just.
What the fuck is a Nephilim anyway?
I imagine Ray Winstone would just distract from everything else going on around. Like he wouldn't. He'd just be focused on him, not the terrible writing or whatever.
Yeah. Ray Winstone is Newt Scamander. Jesus Christ.
I've twatted 10 muggles today.
Yeah. That was the old Newt. This is the new Newt. I fucking kill magical creatures.
Just begins with him like, smacking a niffler to death or whatever it is.
Or like his little tree insect creature that he's got. He just like smushes him.
I'm surprised with this film that like Shem and Emma Watson's character, whatever she's called, is allowed. There's no bit where Noah is like not okay with it. I thought you could get some easy, cheap drama out of that. Like, that's your sister, Shem. But yeah, he's like holding her and everything. Like, Because I think they do build up, don't they? That Shem and Noah like have to like fight because he wants to kill the child, basically.
Hmm.
That would seem to be a way to build up the tension already. Like he's like, that's your sister, Shem.
Yeah, but there had to have been some incest going on because there's like Adam and Eve, and then that was it. Like,
Sorry, we're just laughing at Ray Winstone being a blacksmith.
and apparently, according to what he just said, he's only like 8 generations out. So
Yeah. we could have those monsters.
I used to twat chavs down at the East End of London. These fucking rot giants are nothing. Fucking twat them.
oh my god.
It's like you know what would have been a brilliant scene, by the way. This is how we should have ended the battle. Like like in the Two Towers when Gandalf comes with reinforcements at the end. Army of animals.
Like, this looks
looks
like
iconic.
that like Walking with Dinosaurs thing, like that level of
Oh yeah.
where they spend like 10 grand on an episode or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
this took 14 months.
Why did we not end the battle that way? We could have had like a whole army of animals, like twat Ray Winstone's army, and it would have been beautiful.
I'm assuming they didn't do that just because, like, the rock monsters, there's no blood when they get killed or something.
Shit, yeah,
so
you're
if
right.
they're trying to keep the 12A, they can't exactly have like a fucking cow getting dismembered.
Would have had me so much better though.
Look at the elephant there. That's
And
the
it's
worst
only
CGI.
and it's only 2 by 2. Like, there's only 2 of them turning up, so if like one of them got killed,
That's
then,
true, yeah. It'd be a bit fucked up,
that's what
Aaron
happened to the
Aronofsky doesn't care. He
unicorns.
doesn't care about accuracy. You're exactly right, yeah. They fought on the front lines, you know what I mean? Like with the horns and,
That's
I
what,
think it should have ended
that's what
with Ray
happened to
Winston,
the
like,
bark dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should have ended with Ray Winston trying to like hold a hostage like a sheep or something. Like, let me own or the sheep gets it. I know you need two of everything.
It should have been a dove.
A dove, like he just had a dove in his
He's got a
hand.
dove in his hand, yeah. If you make a move, the double gay.
I'll twist its fucking head off.
I'll twist his head off like a corkscrew. What do you think, Emma Watson? What do you think?
That giant army that needs a arc will try and force us off of it.
Oh, Emma Watts is trying so hard to act.
They're really building that arc there for the
Oh.
eventual bit where he has to kill a child. Oh, I didn't actually intend it to be the arc pun. It is a bit weird that no one knows the end of the world's gonna happen, but he still thinks that like they should, like essentially doom everyone by having a. You'd think like how logical he's thinking that he would actually agree with it. Like, seems a bit out of character for him to be like, oh yeah, I believe everyone will die, but we'll just let the entire planet die essentially. Mind you, I suppose he does try and kill the baby in the end, so I suppose it's pretty.
He goes a bit crazy. He decides that all
At this point
all
in the
humanity
story, though,
is wicked.
Yeah. Is that character Mean Uncle? Did it say?
That's what it said.
Apparently, yeah.
This should be one of the cliches we have. What's that film we watched? The animated one. I don't think you saw it, Chris. We sent a link, I think, where the justification for storming Israel or whatever it is that they kill a baby. They killed a baby. It's said like that in the thing.
Oh yeah, that Joseph thing. So yeah, so that's absolutely fine to go in there and like murder everyone and kill all the women and children and that sort of thing in this thing because they killed one baby.
Yeah, it seems in a lot of these biblical films that like killing a baby is seen as the ultimate thing that's like awful.
Except that,
that's how.
Well, it's all got to do with like the in group and the out group and all that sort of thing, So
that looks that I know we keep look at that.
Oh my god! What is with Darren Aronofsky and throwing things in the air?
Oh, the baby and mother.
The baby and mother.
Spoiler alert for Heath.
Oh, it's himself.
But sorry, you were talking about the in and the out group before we started laughing at the
ridiculous sheep. So yeah, no, it's totally justified to like murder and rape and whatever, as long as they're the people in the out group. That's basically how it works in the Bible. It's so that's that's why God can just sort of genocide everyone and it's all fine.
I wonder with like the CGI in this as well. I watched the new Hellboy recently.
Oh no!
It was awful, and that was on a budget of like 50 million. And it tries to do all these effect shots, and it looks like a PS2 game or something.
Oh, no.
Like there's literally a bit where Hellboy's thrown around by giant tree monsters, and like everything on screen is just CGI, and it looks awful. And this film only had a budget of about 125 million. I wonder if there is just like you just need the 300 million just to do the effect shots in these films, like Avengers Endgame, 300 million budget. It probably has way less effects than this does.
Yeah.
Like, because most of that is actually dialogue scenes and stuff, and like, but yeah, it just looks awful. This film.
Basically paying for all the actors' salaries and stuff, and I imagine that's a huge chunk of it as well. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
Like a lot of the things though with like effects and that is like changes, like if they have to make changes to the effects and stuff like that. So like if for example they made the rock monsters and then Aronofsky was like, nah, not a fan, then that's they have to like redo them all. But they don't really like pay they don't pay any extra for it. It's just like they pay say 30 million to the effects crew. And regardless of how many changes are made and that sort of thing. So a lot of the time, if there are like a lot of changes, the effects crew are just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine, fuck it. That's why whatchamacallit, Black Panther's so awful at the end there. Apparently they like changed the that fight scene so much that like they just didn't have the time or anything to actually make it look good anymore.
I wonder how many drafts of the Rock Monster they went to in 14 months.
One for every month.
Yeah.
It got to the point where it's like the film's premiering like in 48 hours, and like I want to have another pass of the Rock Monsters, which is what I imagine Darren Aronofsky sounds like.
I think he's got like a really broad New Jersey accent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He sounds like he's from like the Jersey Shore.
I think I've actually watched Requiem for a Dream with like the commentary track on at one point, and yeah, I remember his voice on that being all like, yeah, I was a bad kid at school, but I thought in college and we were gonna try it. That was supposed to be a New Jersey accent. It was pretty terrible. But yeah,
stick to your Ray Winstone.
Yeah. You should have
like in our school's a real bad student.
You should have gone with like Bernie's mum. That sort of.
Oh. Put out a few more rock monsters. Jewish. He is Jewish. He's called Darren Aronofsky. You don't think he's Jewish?
What's really New Jersey accent?
Jennifer Connely in this just has absolutely nothing. They're like building this character in way too late. Like, what are we, like, an hour in now, and she's just starting to have some problems with the way Noah's doing things?
Yeah. Well, I think it was all going along pretty well. Like, they were going to get, like, bitches for the kids and whatnot, and like, it's all fine. It's all fine and dandy, and then Noah's like, oh, humans are wicked and evil, and they all need to die. And she's like, but the bitches for the kids. You promised. Now I look like the bad guy.
But you see that how much more interesting they could have built all the stuff with Jennifer Connely if they'd have just not made Noah an outcast. That just makes no sense for the plot they're trying to do.
What, the unstable maniac?
Is Methuselah in the Noah story, or is he like someone who roped in from a different thing?
Not that I'm aware of. He is in the Bible, obviously, but I don't think he's in the Noah story at all. But he may have been around at that time. He is very old. No.
Well, spoiler alert for the eventual Helm's Deep battle scene. I think he does get killed in that, Methuselah.
Yeah.
So this will be like the end of his story.
Ham's getting some.
Whoa!
Welcome to the death pit.
Oh god.
You're right though. He does look a bit like the guy who plays Gendry in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah. Like, you know, just every now and again, I get it.
Every... like if he's covered in shadows and stuff, and
Yeah.
the scene looks really dark.
If he doesn't look
and-
anything like he normally looks.
he looks like Gendry from
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Maybe it's just the clothes he's wearing, and because he's got a shaved head or shortcut hair.
Yeah.
One of the sons in this should have wanted a normal life as well to build tension. Like one of them should have wanted to stay off the ark and like want to live with the other people.
Well, this is where the tension's coming from. He's like Noah's all like, no, you can't have a wife, and he's
Has he
all
actually
like,
said
no.
that to him?
Yeah, he came back. Well, we were talking over it, but basically he came back and Jennifer Connely was like, "Where are the wives?" And he's like, "No, humans are wicked. We all need to die." And then Ham ran off because he's like, "Oh, come on, I can't die a virgin, guys."
I need to get my rocks off.
Hey,
And I can't do it with my sister because my fucking creep older brother's already doing that.
So instead, I'll fuck inside this body pit instead.
Yeah.
I get it's just too late though. Like there's just so much stuff to still get through after an hour. Like
Yeah, it does go on a bit, this film.
It does, doesn't it?
oh god.
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot the rock monsters were in this film.
Oh, I might need to go get a tissue. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh god.
All right, I'll just be 2 seconds. No need to pause anything. You can.
Oh, well, I've already gone and gotten 2 beers while we've been watching this, and no one's noticed, so...
I mean, me and Marcus could get beers now, you know.
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Like...
Yeah, well, you know, it was... I had a beer at lunch, and then I was like, no, I'll keep drinking. So I've been drinking for about 7 hours now.
The only way to get through Noah. Me and Marcus are doing it wrong.
Sorry, I've missed. What have I missed? How is it?
Nothing. You've missed them filming Anthony Hopkins on his daily routine of just digging in the dirt. Like, just make it weirder. Go on.
But yeah, I mean though, like one of the sons should have like not believed Noah at all and been like, you know, you're a crazy man and tried to bit of magic there from Methuselah.
Yeah, like fixing her womb. After he explicitly has the conversation with like Jennifer Connely about Noah deciding whether, you know, there should be more people, like whether the human race should exist. So he creates a situation whereby this whole thing happens. Like, basically, Methuselah's a dick. Oh, don't argue. You're gonna get it, man.
He's not even questioning this. He's just like,
He's just like,
Well, that was.
is this door right? This...
She only walked like literally a minute away from Methuselah. Surely he can like hear everything.
Yeah. Oh, he's just over behind a tree masturbating while this all happens. As I said, they're all good with incest.
You are like my own daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Now go fuck my grandson.
Ooh, Shem, get in there. They can't even do like storms that look right either.
Mm.
First raindrop falls. They didn't even do the POV shot right there.
Oh. Fucking typical when I'm doing my fucking blacksmithing.
It's just like when you're east into London when you're out with the leads. It starts to rain. Fucking weather. They're still in that body pit.
Well, this is the This is the exciting action scene. Now they all have to get back.
Mm.
I don't think God looks like Ray Winstone. I hope it doesn't sound like him. Fucking talk to me, you slag God.
I fucking sent my only son to save yourself and you fucked it all up. You weren't meant to fucking crucify him, silly twats.
That's way after this, I'm assuming.
How embarrassing would it be if it was just like like if it cleared in half an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's the fucking end times. Oh no, it's just a shower, boss.
We got in half an hour.
Yeah, it'll clear up. Says so on my weather app.
So we have to assume that this is the first time that it's rained in like 15 years, basically. This is the only way this scene makes any sense.
Yeah. Well, you know, the earth and the waters of the sky were separated by the firmament, and then it was released down, and so you might be right. It may never have fucking rained.
This is what I mean, yeah. So, like, you know, basically they're taking this is the sign that,
Yeah.
like, you know, now's the time to call alarm. So you're trying to tell me the last 15 years it's not rained fucking once.
Probably not.
Surely that would kill the ecology of the planet. Like,
Exactly. It's okay. God made that single river, you know.
Yeah.
not bad.
There's water coming from the ground. Oh. Oof, take that.
I don't know if you noticed and all there, but like when Ilsa or whatever the character's called, Elsa.
Yeah.
When she came back, Emma Watson, she had like a big grin on her face, basically because she just had sex with Shem.
Mm.
It's like she must know this is the end of the world, though. Is that not a bit inappropriate?
Yeah.
Leave her.
Yep.
He has just met her like 10 seconds ago as well.
That's your hero right there.
Oh God,
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm the busy little boys' room. How exciting action scene starts.
Hopefully you won't miss the Battle Elves Deep thing. There.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming, man. That was the best they could come up with. Like some chains. You've had fucking 15 years or however long it is. Like, you could have just built a
God, it's
fence
just-
around it.
Surely the other noises would be like louder than Noah screaming at that rock monster.
Sorry, what?
Like like Noah manages to talk to the rock monster.
Yeah.
Like surely everyone screaming would like overpower him, like
no,
his
not at all.
voice.
Where the fuck did they get corrugated iron from? Like, what are you doing, Aronofsky?
So now his plan is just to burn the ark down, like, or is he aiming at the actual rock monsters?
I think he's aiming at the rock monsters. I'm not sure.
Still though, it seems a bit dangerous to do that, like.
Fucking hell. Epic Ray Winstone.
Oh my God. There's no way these rock monsters could defend this place up until the storm, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think they speed it up a bit now, but why? How can those rocks be killed by being stabbed?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I see. They're not being killed. They're being released back into...
So hold on, in the Bible, does it describe this massive epic battle?
Yeah, absolutely. In great detail. It's the only thing in the Bible that is explained in great detail. With no contradictions or anything.
It's 100 pages long.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm. Why did they make that handy ramp?
To comply with PC gone mad, basically.
Yeah.
They have to have a disabled ramp on the ark, basically.
All right. Yeah, this is why I voted for Brexit. This is exactly.
Oh yeah, to stop
Yeah.
arcs on ramps on arcs.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking EU regulations on ramps on arcs. It's just ridiculous, you know.
In all seriousness now, is it just to push stuff up easier, like rocks and stuff? I suppose they don't need rocks to build an ark, though.
No, I imagine it's like scaffolding to build the ark. Scaffolding, but for some reason they never took down. Oof. It's had to kill one person. It's all shell shock now.
What I missed.
You've missed quite a lot of the Helm's Deep battle now.
Like,
Oh,
there's
well.
not that much of it, really.
Well, I'm assuming this was like the most expensive part to film.
Mm.
Again, just such ugly filmmaking as well. Like it's so dark you can barely see anything.
He goes on a suicide run.
Yep.
Oh shit! But like, I forgot about that. But like, angels encased in rock, aren't
Yeah.
they? We
Yeah.
did
He's
establish
off
that
to he's
earlier.
off to get his
And they
72
explode.
virgins.
I want to know why haven't the moderate rock monsters disparaged these extremists?
Good question.
What convenient timing and all, right? As the rock monsters go.
Yeah. It's almost as if there's like some sort of divine interventionist god that is making sure this happens.
This is my favourite bit of the film.
Yeah, I remember this bit. Still picking berries.
He's looking for the planted seed, I think. Oh no, he's looking for a berry.
Yeah.
I thought this was the payoff for the whole fact that he planted the seed.
No, he's
No, he's looking for berries.
Oh my
Yeah,
god! What
he's
a
looking for the
Yeah.
hallucinogen berries.
Just so when he drowns, he'll
Yeah.
actually know what's happening.
He wants to go out high as fuck. I'm no expert on shipbuilding, but I imagine that is a lot of pounds of pressure of water. Like
Yeah.
that thing's fucked. I don't think it's Shem. I don't think it's all right, man. I don't think. Ham's thinking, well, she's not pretty, but
He has an orifice, so he'll do.
FUD wasn't that booming.
no.
It was mild at best.
Like, aren't these the innards of those angels or something? Isn't that what this?
I don't know
stuff
what
is?
what's
Yeah,
happening.
got some sort of
Get your
ferns.
angel in it. So what timing wise, what we got like another 55 minutes now.
Yeah, actually, there's still about an hour of this to go. Fuck me.
I know, yeah.
They've done nowhere near enough to sort of set up the like what's going to happen now kind of thing and the tension. You could have made this film and like the 90-minute version really with what they're working on, like
Yeah.
what they're working.
I think Aronofsky
So in
was
the
like
Bible,
trying to
how
make
does
it
the-
some weird sort of pseudo fantasy epic.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And just fucked it.
Yeah, I think you can clearly see this was his idea of making like the Lord of the Rings or
Yeah, something to that equivalent, yeah, definitely. He's going to make a Bible cinematic universe.
Look at
I
that.
don't think he was that ambitious, but I thought he thought this would be the
Well, then, why would he put so much effort in if he's not going to follow it up in some way? You know what I mean?
He does that with all of his films. Like The Fountain took like 4 years to make and stuff. Like Mother's insane. I think he's just thought he was going to make the greatest film ever kind of thing. Like
A project so crazy. You're like,
yeah. Like even Requiem for a Dream, it's got the most cuts of any film ever, or something. It's got like over 3,000 cuts, I think. It's only like 80 minutes long. The problem I think with this compared to like Lord of the Rings is that like there's just no like Lord of the Rings obviously got like 9 main characters and like the 3 separate plots that intertwine and stuff, and like.
Well, the most important thing is that you care.
Well, yeah, and that as well, obviously. But, I mean, there's actually more stuff going on in it than there is in this one, like. And that actually has like, it's not. It'd be like adapting like a chapter of the Lord of the Rings. Like, if you're adapting the whole of the Bible, you could have something with this epic stretch. But I don't think this one story is like big enough. Like, to be fair as well, like in the film, you're never actually shown anything like what the sort of society is like. Again, because that Noah's Ark, that's like, why the fuck should I care if all these people have just been killed? There's never any shown of who they are. Oh, they might as well be like the bloodless savages that Noah thinks they are. Like,
this was like my friend's favorite part of the film. Thought this was fantastic. I find it to be eye-rollingly bad. Like it's that sort of like, you know, trying to sort of marry the whole 7 days creation myth with like the actual age of the Earth and that sort of thing. Problem is that they've
hold
done
on,
it
let's
in the
not
wrong
call
order.
it a myth and push anyone away.
Okay.
No, I'm joking, but yeah, go on.
But yeah, no, like even in this, they do it in the wrong order because the order doesn't make sense in the Bible. Because like trees came before, light. The sun. Sorry, light existed, but the sun didn't. Weirdly.
It's almost like it was written before anyone really understood what the sun actually was. Madness.
No, he didn't.
That CGI snake. Again, though, could they not have had a real snake? I suppose they couldn't have done that, but
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Well, they could have like tried to
like
peel a real snake on film.
I suppose that would have required actual ambition. I
Yeah.
suppose, yeah.
You kind of look like David Bowie's true form of the man who fell to earth. You know what I mean?
Also, 10 generations removed
10,
they are
yeah,
from Adam and Eve. Bit of a flash forward there.
This is like this is just terrible.
I think as well, this shows Darren Aronofsky may not be the deepest thinker in the world.
What? No.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, poor Japheth.
No,
He's just like, fuck it, like, and he's like a good 10 years younger than the other people. So like, there's at least 10 years there where he's just gonna be like fucking banging about doing nothing. Like, if God wanted to do away with people, why would he even bother like involving Noah in the like equation?
Well, exactly, yeah, because
Yeah.
it makes his plan like complicated. You know, odd.
It seems to
You could do
like
what you
it
want.
seems to be the MO of the Abrahamic God to make things like unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah.
I don't think that's actually that bad a contradiction. Like, if Noah wasn't there, who'd have built the ark to save the innocent animals, though?
Yeah,
God.
yeah, like
I suppose
it's
God
not
could
it's
have
not
done,
like
yeah.
the God could just like wipe the earth clean and just create new animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or create like something instead of an ark that was a bit more specific to just killing humans,
Just,
like
Yeah.
a virus
just
or something.
reboot everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or he could just blink all of the humans out of existence.
You could do like a magic like Thanos style.
Thanos style.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of wiping out 50%, it's 100%. Or it could be like the architect in the Matrix, where he kept on like rebooting the Matrix. You know. Like,
Yeah.
Mm,
There's a million ways you can make this plan a lot more simpler than this
I know.
elaborate art. And if you wanted to save a couple of creatures, you know, God could make a little bubble to protect them, you know, while he's busy wiping out, and then
Yeah.
pop the bubble when it's all over. You know what I mean?
Like the flood is completely unnecessary to what he wants to do.
Yeah.
It's a bit sexist, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, in front of his wife. World without man. What about me? I'm a woman, alright?
No, you are a man now. Jennifer Connely just never looks like she knows what scene she's in, or like what's my character motivation. I don't know. She does the same black expression in Alita as well.
In Alita, she literally looks like. I'm assuming if that was all done on a green screen, she may have just done the lines as she has turned up or something like that. But yeah, she does not look very engaged in this film.
She probably like takes a bump of cocaine to pick her up from her heroin and delivers the lines and then just falls back down into a pile of old bedding that she carries around with her. That they decided to use as costumes in this film.
Yeah. It's okay, you don't have to go for costume fitting, just turn up as you are.
I did actually read though, for Requiem for a Dream, she lost all the weight so she could play a heroin addict, and apparently she's never actually been able to like gain the weight back or anything, or like so it had like really big effects on her life and stuff. Like she always looks a lot different and stuff, like, which is weird.
That is a bit.
There you go. He eats the head off of a lizard.
Imagine it all. Like her debut film, I think, was Once Upon a Time in America.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, so she's gone from that to reading stuff like this and like Alita. Yeah,
You leave Labyrinth alone.
good film, early film for her.
Yeah, it was like a second film or something, I suspect. Very early, at least. I don't know if she's good in that film, but she's like eminently likable in the film. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where she's like, Goblin King, take my baby away. It's like, oh no, Jennifer.
I think most of the problem with that character is that there's just nothing for her to do in this film, though. Jennifer Connelly,
I thought about Jennifer Connelly's in Labyrinth at first.
No. Like, because it is a difficult role. Like, she just
yeah.
changes from scene to scene. Sometimes she just supports Noah blindly, and then she has like mild doubts that just never go anywhere. Like,
yeah, she's basically whatever the script needs her to be.
yeah.
Well, they shouldn't have called him Ham if they didn't want him to eat meat.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Mm.
How can they hide a man on this ark? Surely it's a small ark.
It's
Lots.
many cubits.
Yeah, yeah. Many rags. Lots of rags.
Mm.
Okay, Ray Winston, we have to train you pretending to not be there. Pretend to be a rock.
I doubt though that he could genuinely hide from Russell Crowe in this small arc. And like, where the hell does he think Ham keeps going off to?
Well, he's a teenage boy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Who had
going
his
to look after the
girlfriend
sheep.
trampled back there?
Yeah. I'll have to go hang out with the sheep for a bit.
This isn't Wales, son.
Oh no, I'm gonna go hang out with them as well.
Oh, no.
I like to feel tiny.
I was going to make a joke about blowholes then, but does a whale even have a blowhole?
Yeah,
Yeah, it does.
that shoots stuff out of his back.
Not just dolphins then.
Not just dolphins, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how Pinocchio escapes, right? I mean, I know I'm using like a Disney film as like a scientific like, evidence for whales having blowholes, but I'm pretty sure that's how Pinocchio escapes from whale, right?
Even in the Roberto Benigni version.
Even in that, yes, even in that version. Yeah.
Especially in that version.
I come out of a blowhole, oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
Mamma mia! That is an absolutely perfect Roberto Benigni impression, I'll have you know. Oh.
What a nice thing to say.
Grandfather fucked her.
Oh no. And I'm Javert. Fuck that room up now. Fuck it up. Fuck the arc up. I don't like how close I feel to Russell Crowe's panting. Are you not entertained?
No, I'm not.
Are you not?
I don't think that's a very good film, Gladiator.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
Probably
fine.
just how overrated it is the
Yeah.
thing that annoys me, like, more than anything.
Joaquin Phoenix hams it up quite a lot, which is quite entertaining. Like, he sticks his tongue out at several points and, like, you know.
Is he really into his mum in that?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
loves his mum. Yeah. Oh no. Oh. This is the ultimate film in, like, these characters literally have nothing outside of the scenes, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
the scene just starts, and, you know, like, what have they been doing, like, in between? Like, you know,
Doesn't matter.
just sitting around, I guess. It doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
The scene started, so, you know, they need to do something.
Mm.
That guy who plays Shem I reckon he could pretty easily take Russell Crowe. He looks to be in much better shape.
Russell Crowe's bald, though, so, you know, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's got his shaved head and stuff, so, you know, he's looking pretty tough there. He's looking pretty beefy in this film, to be fair.
Why doesn't Russell Crowe just kill all of them and then himself after if he
That's
genuinely
just what I
thinks it's
thought,
like...
yeah.
Because it's just making it needlessly complicated.
So they have to all wait to die of old age anyway.
I also like how, in addition to this is the first time it's rained in 15 years, also like we've waited 15 years to exactly find out what exactly the plan is. We know we need to build an ark and get 2 of each creature to go on the ark, but like, what then? Did no one like think to ask in that space of time? Like, I don't know. It's all a bit silly.
Russell Crowe only wants sausage parties.
Future film will be covering Sausage Party.
Oh shit! Yeah. Who did the score for this film?
Probably Clint Mansell, who does all the other ones, I think.
Actually, there was a track on before, and I wasn't like entirely sure whether it was on the film or it was just something playing through like my headphones, like from your side, because I'm like, this does not sound like the right music. But apparently it was in the film, so good on them for that choice.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Cliff Mansell.
Oh yeah, Cliff. I call him Clint. So.
Who also did the score for Sahara and the Doom film, apparently.
Doom?
Yeah. Doom.
Oh yeah, with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
As he was called back then. Or maybe that was when he was in the Rock phase.
No, when he was Rock the Dwayne Johnson.
Rock the Dwayne.
Yeah.
He also he scored some video games as well. He scored Mass Effect 3. You know, that exciting game.
I'm sure he did like Drive, and I think he's done genuinely good stuff.
He has done quite a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. And The Fountain, which is genuinely a good film.
He scored Stoker as well, the Park Chan-wook film.
Great film.
It's great, yeah. An episode of Black Mirror. I built a raft.
Still though, like with this film though, even if they have a girl, who the hell is that going to reproduce with Shem again?
Oh yeah. No, that's exactly what happens.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets very, very incesty.
I know obviously there's no scientific basis for anything, but surely they must have known that like obviously like incest would cause like genetic deficiencies to be much. I suppose you wouldn't.
No, yeah, I don't think you would
have
do.
no idea.
That's like, surely though, even people who are religious, do they not think like if everyone comes from like the same 2 people, there'd be so much like more like genetic diseases and stuff like.
Well, no.
Or is that just never accounted for?
Yeah, like why would they ever think that though? Like,
that's way too rational.
Yeah. Like, well, like if you consider like if like family members have children with each other, it's not necessarily that they will be like deformed or weird or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like a hit and miss type thing. So I suppose that sort of relationship between the two wouldn't be immediately obvious.
Yeah. But I mean, people now though. So say that you take it literally now.
Oh yeah.
Surely,
yeah.
like, you're like, oh yeah, like
No,
surely
it's a
that's
metaphor.
pretty stupid.
It's a
Obviously,
metaphor.
back then, if you don't understand genetics and that people, are like, you don't understand that might be right. But surely, believing it now, you must be like, hold on, 2 people, like they must have had children that were like deformed.
But then, like the minute you start breaking that down, then it's like, well, how could this guy turn water into wine? And how could God do a flood? Which
well, actually, in the Bible, the only children that are mentioned in the Bible from Adam and Eve are Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
So they're both boys.
Yeah.
Like I don't. Yeah, it really doesn't make a terrible lot of sense. Don't be tempted by a woman like your great grandfather, Adam. That's why you're in this situation, dude.
Because of the woman.
Yeah.
Is she putting on like a posh accent or?
Someone give Jennifer a heroin so she can calm down again.
There you go. That's the shot in the arm. He's still managed to not be sick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is months later now.
I can understand maybe like a day or two, like after the after the baby, but not like fucking 9 months, which is like.
I do like though that there is a shot where he looks out of a little peephole and goes, "Ooh."
Wow.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter that she's a bit fat. Ray, she's pregnant. Don't kill the unicorn, Ham.
What's he been eating in Norway, Winston? Because wouldn't they have like made it specifically so that they only had food for them? And like surely like Noah.
Didn't you
would
see
know
the scene where he was like he chewed the head off a lizard?
Yeah, but they noticed that as well. Surely, if so many animals would.
Yeah, but like you know, like how often would Noah like go down and check? He's assuming that the only people on board are
But I think that after 6 months or like how, because she's supposed to be like near the end of a pregnancy, you start noticing because he must be killing quite a few of the animals.
Yeah, you probably would have gone down every now and then to check the animals, and you probably would have seen, oh, we don't have any gecko lizards left, like where'd they gone?
Because he must be killing like at least like one every couple of days to like have enough like food to live on. Like,
Yeah, I think
so he's killed 100 animals. Like,
There you
yeah.
go. He just killed a llama or whatever that was.
And none of the animals made noises before he killed them as well, like like ah or something that would attract Noah's attention.
Well, yeah. So like he's just killed like a llama there, presumably. What will he do with the corpse after he's eaten all the food? Just get a ham to throw it into the sea.
I just imagine Ham trying to
He's
sneak.
trying to get his big carcass
Yeah,
like, throw it into the sea. Now, that doesn't make any sense. But Noah's like, what you doing with that carcass? Oh my god.
Yep. Russell Crowe goes crazy on a boat. The movie.
Which song's performed by Russell Crowe?
I am insane on a boat.
This is actually not how the script was written. They just got him on like this like soundstage or at wherever they fucking filmed this. And he just went mental.
Kill him, Shem.
He saw the reviews for his performance in Ladies Around and he was like, oh, fuck you all. My singing was beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, probably the worst thing in the late Miz film is there's a terrible scene where Russell Crowe's like singing, right? And
Yeah.
Obviously, right off the bat, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But his song is called Stars, right?
Okay.
And this is how, and basically the character's singing about how it's his noble right to be a police officer, as done by God and stuff, and he's singing about how beautiful the stars are. The filmmakers cared so little about making a quality film that there's no stars in the sky.
Really?
Like it's just overcast. So he's singing about these stars.
Is that where he kills himself? Is that the bit where he kills himself?
Oh,
No,
spoiler alert! But,
I think it's probably about the halfway point. I think because like stars is reprised when he kills himself.
Oh,
at the
okay,
end.
yeah.
But I don't think there's any stars in his death scene either.
No.
So.
Only Russell.
Only Russell. He's the only star we need.
yeah, the stars aren't in the sky because they're all down here.
And in 1965, God gave his only son, and his name was Russell Crowe.
Now you see, this is stupid because I'm assuming these are going to be like the carcasses.
It's gonna come up.
Yeah, look,
Oh,
like
shit,
that they've been
yeah.
eating. Like fucking, this is the first time he'd noticed.
What did he notice for smell?
Well, yeah, that as well, actually. Yeah,
Mm.
the whole thing's stupid.
Motherfucker. That's right. Emma, pretend that you're pregnant.
What an embarrassment this film is, like, to think that this was massive. So where you been, you sexy thing, you?
It's just giving her like acting lessons. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, no, a bit more. She screams again.
She's just been stood there the whole time.
Just doing those expressions. Yeah. Fucker.
What was Noah's? Oh, in the Bible, is it 40 days of rain, then everything clears?
Yeah.
40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah, but the whole 40 days and 40 nights
Actually,
thing
yeah.
is just like a Jewish like proverb or phrase for like a long time.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, because
So
like,
it might not literally be 40 days. Okay, right.
yeah, yeah, it
40
comes
days, yeah.
up a lot.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So Noah just had no idea when everything would clear, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, according to this, it was at least 9 months.
Yeah.
Ray Winstone.
Ray Winstone, you don't even East End of London anymore.
Yeah. Ray Winstone doesn't understand the phrase "the enemy of my enemy is my friend." They're all my fucking enemies.
You just fucking stab me in the armpit.
What a ridiculous thing that the film couldn't even do like ambiguity right. They just had to make Ray Winstone like a cartoon villain again in End. Was going to steal these women and like.
Ray Winstone's been stabbed in the armpit before. It happens all the time, you know. Like, when I was at the Georgian Dragon once, I got into a fight with this guy. He fucking shanked me in the armpit.
He uses.
I didn't call this woman a bird.
He uses knives instead of roll-on deodorant.
It makes me feel alive.
I wonder if you could have made this an interesting film by making it a metaphor for like climate change.
No.
And there's people who think it's good because it's going to be like a new Eden, similar to a lot like Noah does.
Yeah.
Like that could have been obviously don't do it. No, there had to be an interesting film behind it then, but like. They didn't spend anywhere near enough time building up his relationship with that woman he met in the death pit.
No.
No.
Like, what, about 10 seconds? Especially considering it's the thing that his whole character hinges on.
Mm.
It'd be funny if they try and like do a comical scene where they try to pretend the babies are boys by getting like cocktail sausages and stuff. Look, it's a boy.
They should have done a thing where, like, you know, Quickie's distracted, take this, hands him a nuts and a knife, cut the sheep's dick off, but then, like, just put that on the bed.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, yeah.
Pretend that.
What is it you've got against sheep?
It's the first. Well, fine then. I don't know what other animals are on there with penises.
Elephants. Well, most of them really.
In fact, if you really want to prove to Noah that they're definitely boys, just get like, you know, like an animal with like a larger penis. Oh yes, that's definitely a boy. What a good boy he'll be.
But yeah, sheep for some reason are the first things that come into my head. Like,
Anything you want to tell us?
I don't know. Nothing I want to tell you. Something I should maybe.
So obviously shot on the green screen.
It looks really cheap.
In fact, now I think about it, this film has Russell Crowe singing a song and he's terrible, but also Emma Watson singing a song who also can't sing terribly well. Like if you saw Beauty and the Beast live action remake, you know, you'd know that as well.
Thankfully, I missed that one.
That's probably a good thing.
Mm.
Probably the auto tune her to fuck, like it's so bad.
Yeah, that does not look real.
Mm.
And that one. Any shot with water in the background just doesn't look right. I wonder how much this was even filmed on anything even approaching like a set or a location then, like. And the whole film could have been green screen.
I think all the scenes in the woods were probably filmed on a green screen, probably because we had a wood behind the studio lot they were filming in, so you know you can film there, I guess.
Bites its head off.
Oh, Mark is brilliant, yeah.
I learnt this from Ray Winstone. Ah!
That'd be brilliant. Or like if Ray Winstone came back in the last minute shock and then babies.
Just
Like he burst from underneath the
I agree. Actually, I don't think Ray Winstone would have like been killed by being stabbed in the shoulder with
There's the armpit.
the armpit. That wouldn't kill him. It wouldn't get anywhere close to killing him. How long has the film got? Like, still got 15 minutes left. Like, it's useless Shem, really. Like,
How were you this whole time?
Yeah, it was all what's his name and Ham. Ray Winstone and Ham. What was his character's name?
Yeah,
Tubal Khan. Oh my god, that's the worst CGI in the film. That's all. Tubal Khan was his name.
Tubal Khan, yeah. I prefer just calling him Ray Winstone because it's funny. Hello, Noah. My name's Ray Winstone. I'm the true king of men. Tubal Khan's my weekend name.
I'm the king of man, but you can call me Tubal Khan. Some berries there, but reference to earlier.
He's turned in an alcoholic.
This is just a shot of Russell Crowe on the rap party.
This is just him waking up in the morning before they shoot. Like,
he's very method, you know.
Russell, why are you drinking wine out of a fucking tree stump? You fucking maniac. What the hell is wrong with you?
This is my tree stump. Oh no. Russell, you're missing your mouth.
I don't think he cares.
This is just ridiculous.
No.
Shatters. A wooden tree stump cup shatters.
On fucking sand as well. Like.
You let us down, CC person.
Darren Aronofsky, it's almost like you don't know what you're doing. A beautiful village of incest.
Mm-hmm. It's where we all came from, according to the Jews and Christians. And the Muslims. Yes, they do too think, yes, good. They agree with this part of the Bible.
Maybe the reason they actually hired like Shem to be such like a sort of like almost cartoonishly attractive man was so that you could like go like, oh, maybe we have degenerated a few times since
This is what we could have been.
Shem is the primordial state, like the.
This is like this bit here is like the weirdest part. Of that actually happened in the Bible that they like to include, like him getting drunk and then Ham seeing him naked and Shem and Japheth like walking backwards to put the blanket over him so they didn't see his nakedness. What they didn't include here though is that Ham was cursed with darker skin for looking on his father's naked body.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that one.
God.
Yeah.
Oh god, wow.
Wait, so literal incest is okay, but if you actually just look at your father naked, then you're cursed.
You're cursed.
Cursed to become someone of darker skin, apparently.
Yes, exactly.
But apparently that was the nexus for like why Aronofsky wanted to make Noah. Like, I suppose that is an interesting endpoint for a character. Like, you know, it's not just what you taught in Sunday school that basically Noah became a blubbering drunken mess at the end of his time. Like, I think that is an interesting like core to a film to get to. But it's not this film, unfortunately.
Yeah, you'd have to actually have interesting stuff building up to that.
Yeah.
Aronofsky could have done the started him off being drunk, and did the whole voiceover with the record scratch. You know the.
That's the
How
worst
did I
theme
get
to
here?
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Let me back up here. Let me start at the start.
Yeah.
Ever since I could remember, I want it to be an ark builder.
I'm also a curator collecting of fine animals.
Sorry about all that trying to kill your children business.
We good?
Now, can I impregnate one of those children?
Oh God.
Jennifer Connelly's best years are behind her.
Jennifer Connelly just wandering in the background of the frame, is it my cue yet, guys?
You'd think and all that, straight away, you'd start making more children if you were her. Now you know you can actually produce children, and it's trying to repopulate the whole earth. You try and have as many as you could. It is weird that Emma Watson became the most successful of the Harry Potter child actors.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so.
You think she's easily the best actor?
Out of the three, she's easily especially in those early films, she's easily the most charismatic out of the three.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be Daniel Radcliffe though, just because he's the mate, because he is Harry Potter. But he's just started doing weird.
Yeah.
I watched the first film
Grint.
recently. I watched it. My nephew was watching it, and it's Daniel Radcliffe's acting in that film is terrible. It's not even it's even bad for a kid actor. I don't know why they brought him back.
But I'm Harry. Just Harry.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
That's literally the line delivery. Rupert Grint's bad, but in a kid actor kind of way where I'm willing to forgive him. And Emma Watson is at least trying. She's not great, but for a child performance, I call it pretty good. So no, I can't say I'm surprised out of the three. She's one that became successful because she's the most charismatic out of the three of them as well. And I think Emma Watson made some smarter post Harry Potter film choices as well.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe is fuck it, I'll make weird stuff. But there's a great film Daniel Radcliffe's in where he plays a farting corpse.
Swiss Army Man.
Yeah. It's just a bizarre little film,
There's that there's that show Rupert Grint has done, that Sick Note. Have you seen that? It's on
Never even
Netflix.
heard of that.
Yeah, basically he basically the upshot of the whole show is that he has to pretend he's got cancer. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's got Nick Frost in it, and it is so funny. It's one of the funniest shows I've seen in a long time.
What's it called?
Sick Note.
Sick Note. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's check it out then.
I think with Daniel Radcliffe as well, he tried too hard to be an adult actor straight away. He was in that thing where he got his dick out with a horse.
Equus, yeah.
Equus, yeah. But I suppose Emma Watson never had that problem where she tried to do intentionally, more risky stuff to get rid of her.
I think a big thing with Emma Watson as well is she does lots of work for women's organisations and stuff. She's,
Yeah.
I actually kind of like how Emma Watson uses her star power to at least try and push genuinely important social equality and women's rights and that sort of stuff.
But did she get a dick out with a horse?
Unconfirmed.
This film should have ended so long ago.
Yeah. It
Is
hasn't.
like a
What?
terrible final shot of like a rainbow. Oh.
It's my favourite character, Japheth. Did Ham leave just to find another girlfriend as well?
No, I think he
Or
was.
just to be alone, basically?
Yeah, I think he was just like, nah, I'm fucking.
I'm
I'm
done.
out.
Well, he's not fucking.
I'm done. I'm done
where's
with your
the
shit,
second-
Russell
Oh,
Crowe.
there it is.
Like, fuck this. Like it was actually like Logan Lerman or whatever his name is. He was just like, I'm done. Like I can't be around Russell Crowe anymore. He's fucking drinking wine out of tree stumps. It's drunk
I
on
used to become
set
my own
every day.
Saw a vision of what he could become. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Terrible. Absolutely awful.
Mm,
What's wrong with it, Marcus?
Well, it's cheesy as hell for a start.
word for word, what happened in the Bible. A rainbow radiated out from a point in the sky. Oh, fuck me. That's terrible.
Yeah, Mother's way better than this.
Mother's better, yeah.
At least that's really interesting and swings to the fences a lot.
And boom.
We made it, guys. Proud of you.
Is there a post-credit scene?
Oh god, this terrible font. As well.
I've been suggested Rim of the World.
We've got Outlaw King.
All right.
Outlaw King. Outmanned, outmatched, outlawed. For freedom, honour and family. A rebel king takes on the mightiest army in the world.
I don't
Pine, I think that is.
I don't even have a I don't have a like a suggestion. Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
I've got a trailer playing now.
Well,
I think this is like a sort of a post-apocalyptic or something drama show something. Anyway, it's all good.
Anyway, yeah, we'll record our thoughts on like the whole thing separately, but that was the Noah commentary track. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
A couple laughs.
Yeah.
We drank lots of wine out of tree stumps.
And we'll be back with something else soon.
Very didn't really speak about Noah that much, really. More about things tangentially involved, but you know, it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll talk about exclusively Noah in a like short 15 minutes thing now. But yeah, that was the Noah commentary. We'll be back soon with something else.